Hi, Landi, and welcome back to Entrepreneurcast. It's great to see you as always.
Hi, Svietlana, same here. It's good to see you as well. How are you doing today?
Fabulous. Landi, today I would like to ask you about how should our marketing plan look like.
Ooh,
So let's get into the marketing side of things. I think it's an amazing subject and a lot of
yeah,
people struggle with it.
absolutely. I think one of the biggest reasons people approach me is, the mind and marketing, the two ends, everyone wants marketing and everyone wants to know how it works. And I think at this stage, there is so much information out there. There is books and there's websites and everyone has a different model and way of doing it. And I find people get overloaded, it is not necessarily difficult to get marketing going. It's the masses of information and the inability to focus on a few things and actually execute it that makes all the difference. So I would like to share then with our listeners today to make it very simplified for people. Three things that they can basically do to get the marketing of their business going. And I'll start with number one, and then I'll probably stop if you want to ask more questions, and then number two, and then three. So the first thing, and I'm referring now to my latest book, The Prosperity Code for Independent Consultants, where there's really three critical things that's required in a business for people to get their marketing going. And then number one for you would be to actually take a few steps back and look at the solution of your business. Look at the product and the solution that you've developed for your business and make sure that what you've developed is really amazing. I cannot tell you how many people approach me with a marketing plan and then we go back to square one. And it doesn't have to be a train smash and it doesn't have to be a disaster, but you have to make absolutely sure that what you're giving to people is of quality. There's no use for me to go and position you or give you a marketing plan or make you look right in front of your clients or help you with your sales pitch or do any of these things or send you even to go and put ads up or any marketing strategy or have this massively cool social media plan if you don't have a quality professional service. We have to make sure that it's packaged beautifully and that it's packaged with quality and then that what you're giving people is of high value. So number one is to hit the sweet spot in your business, you have to have a fantastic value proposition. You are competing with millions of people out there. And the more you niche down the solution and the offer that you have, and the more you differentiate what you do, and the more unique it becomes, the more your value proposition is something that no one can compete with. And that puts you in a completely different marketing category than anyone else. So make sure you have a proper value proposition. That's something I help a lot of my clients with first is let's look at what you're proposing. What is your offer? And is that offer absolutely irresistible?
So how people niche it down and how do they know that their niche market needs what they are trying to give to them and that their niche market would be, let's say, big enough to feed them?
Yeah, a launch is a good question because launches is things that we used to do a few years ago. A business would start and then everyone would get told my business is starting and then we have a launch party and, some sort of ribbon gets cut or whatever. And these days, launching is something that's gone online. People launch their products and services online, but a launch is a fantastic way to get feedback. Have that launch party, introduce people to your service, tell them, this is my service. This is how I packaged my service. This is exactly what you will get. This is the offer. And if you don't get wows, you'll have to go back to square one. If people are not going wow over what you have, that may be the biggest problem in your marketing plan already. And you haven't even sat down and came up with the social media plan, or are you going to advertise? Where are you going to advertise? How am I going to generate my leads? What is my marketing funnels going to look like? You haven't even touched on those things because what you have on offer here is not wow. You can either do a launch party and get feedback from people, or you can do pre-launches, which is all coming before your launch, where you get people in focus groups in your target market, you ask them questions about your product and service, post it in your social media, get people's reactions, send a survey monkey out there, send polls out there, ask people, what do you think? And I think many people don't do it because deep in their hearts, they know that they haven't really refined what they have. It's not yet mind-blowing amazing. I want to make sure when people approach me and ask me, what do you offer? And I tell them what I offer, that they go, wow, I want that. I really want that because I know it's going to make a difference to my life. That would be number one.
So how do you do an online launch? Because I know how you do the offline launch, but how does the online launch work?
Well, online launch and offline launch can be very similar in the sense that whenever you're going to do a launch, you sort of want to, let's say, for example, you gone fishing, right? You have to sort of go and get the, let's say you're going to fish in a fish pond, you know, and let's say you're on the ocean, it's your big fish pond, and you want to launch into the ocean. I'm going to use the analogy. You sort of don't want to launch or bring something out there. You don't want to tell the fish in the ocean you're there by just pulling in your rod and pulling all these fishes out, or you're throwing your net out and then suddenly you're just pulling up all this fish, which is perfect, beautiful clients in your target market. You need bait. You need bait. You need to tell people, I'm here. I'm here with a product or a service, and I want to make you aware of it. And I want to ask you what you think. So you want to have a little bit of bait. I mean, I don't know how many of you listening today have thrown a little piece of bread in the water and the fishes come, and they start eating on the little pieces of bread. And, that really is how a launch works. You have to tell people, you know what, something's coming. It's probably going to involve this and that. What do you think of it? Do you like it? Is it exciting? Do you like the colors? Is this actually what you need? Whatever. And you really do that by asking. You do it by asking people questions and getting a feel whether what you are doing is actually going to be really, really great. And this gives us the opportunity, Svietlana and listeners, to not only now develop stuff for our clients, we can co-create. A launch allows you to co-create. You go to your target market and say, you know what, I'm not in business yet, or I am, but my new product and service is launching. What do you think? I want to create something for you that's going to be amazing. Tell me what you want. And then you go and create something that they want. That is really the underlying idea of a really successful launch. So what you can do if you're listening to this today is to go to www.entertheloft. It's a loft, entertheloft.net. It's a free website that I've built of tools for business owners and consultants so that you can literally see visually what I'm talking about. You will find there social media calendars in there, some samples that you can use for your own business. And one of those social media calendars is based on a launch. Go and look at that and get an idea and a feel about the formula around the launch. But basically, you'll throw out bait, you'll get people used to the idea, then you'll launch, and then you'll have a post-launch. So it goes in 3 phases.
Amazing. And with the pre-launches, is that even better way to kind of find out in advance and then you can actually launch the full product?
Absolutely. Can you imagine? I mean, I remember me and you had a conversation about being a vegan at some stage, and it's on the same principle, you can get an invite now on your phone, Svietlana, we found out you're a vegan, please come to this massively great product that we're launching for you, and you're so excited. And you go and you look at the presentation and you think, actually, this is not even what I want, as a vegan, but it's actually offensive to me. This person haven't done their research. They don't understand what's important to me. They don't understand what my problems are and whatever. And you walk out of there. And a massive opportunity is missed. An opportunity is missed for you to get a solution to your problem, but also an opportunity is missed for you to get, for that person actually to sell one of their really good products and services to you. So that is number one in the marketing plan, the quality of what you're doing. But that would then bring me to step 2 of your marketing plan, would be the dreadful sales pitch. You have to learn how to pitch this product of yours or this service that you're going to give to people. So, and a lot of people are scared. You can have, and I'm sure you have friends with this situation. They have the most highest quality product there, or they have the highest of quality professional service, but they don't know how to sell that to other people. They don't know how to get it out there. So number 2 of your marketing plan would be really to come up with a pitch strategy, making sure that your marketing message is going out to the world. And the way you take your marketing message out to the world is having a very good pitch, and to make sure that you reach the target market with various funnels. You can't just do one. We've spoken about this in some of our previous interviews. You can't just go online. You can't just go offline. You can't just do one. You have to have various marketing funnels, online and offline, that get that message out to your target market. So part of your marketing plan can be advertising. You can use media advertising. You can use a public relations strategy. You can use social media. You can use events as part of your marketing plan to attract people. You can either give events or you can attend events. You can use one-on-one communication as part of your marketing strategy. You can do cold calling as part of your marketing strategy. There is so many things that you can build in your marketing plan as step 2, but it's going to absolutely depend on your solution and who's your target market.
So how do we learn how to pitch? I know that's something that people find really difficult, and I assume the best thing, you need to kind of have a really short elevator pitch, which catches attention so that you can go in more detail, right?
Absolutely,
How
yeah.
do we do that?
I think pitching and selling is almost an entire interview on their own. But I want our listeners to have value today. So when you need to when you have a product and service and you're working on your marketing plan, come up with something like a pitch strategy. So work out a pitch, and I can certainly help you with this if you want me to go into detail into how to pitch for your business. Come up with a pitching strategy. One would be, what is my 1-minute pitch? So when I bump into a person, or when I'm quickly at a network event and people ask the dreadful question, what do? You should be able to tell them in under 60 seconds what you do. And it can get very cheesy, Sometimes formulas will work for you, sometimes not, but you have to be able to be, in a very sincere, fun and clear way, be able to tell people exactly what you do. So one that I use regularly is literally to say to people in under 60 seconds, you know how. So you give them a problem. You know how business owners struggle to make money, right? You know how. Then you give them a solution. So you say, you know how business owners struggle to make money. That's a problem. Then you give them a solution. So what I do is I help them to refine their sales pitch in the form of a presentation, so that they can actually have something that gives them more confidence, with pictures that help them to not forget how to pitch. So I help them to refine that. So the person goes, okay, so in under 60 seconds, you've already given them, so you don't say, what do I do? I'm a CEO. That tells them nothing. What do I do? You give them the problem. This is, how, this is the problem. You give them the solution. So what I do for them is the following. And then you end it off with a sentence that literally tell them proof that you're actually talking the truth. So just last week, I worked with one of the people there. Their sales pitch looked like this. Now it looked like that, and they're already making more money. There you got an under 60-second pitch that really helped. Now that under 60-second pitch can be used literally when you meet new people, or if you're reaching out to someone online for the first time. But that's only one part of your pitching strategy that forms part of your overall marketing strategy. You now have to go and build a sales presentation. You're always going to use a sales presentation, whether you're talking to people in a boardroom, whether you're pitching people at an event, or whether you're simply sitting with a friend at a coffee shop and you're taking them through a sales presentation on your phone, or whether you're doing a webinar. So all that needs to be part of your marketing plan, the pitch strategy that sets you up for success with your solution that you have for people wherever you may go in any situation.
Amazing. Maybe we should do a separate episode on that
I
topic.
think so. It's a good idea. I'm up for it. Yeah.
Incredible. So let's go into the third part of the equation.
Sure, yeah. Right. So the third part of the equation is the part where many people's marketing plans fail. And that really goes into, I have a marketing plan. I have a solution in my marketing plan, number one. I have a fantastic pitch and marketing message, to people who's interested in my solution. And I also have all these marketing funnels, to get that marketing message out to people. Number three is your day-to-day activity. And people struggle with this. This is a problem for people. It's a massive problem for people. How do you take this beautiful marketing strategy and plan and translate it into a day-to-day schedule of things that has to be done to make my business successful? So there's where the disconnect comes. I have a plan. I have this person. I have this guru and mentor. They helped me. They gave me the step 1, 2, 3. They gave me the bullets. But how do I implement it? And not only how do I implement it, but what system do I build behind it? What reminders do I build behind it? How do I automate it so that my business actually goes from 0 to hero? So the challenge for you is going to be to go and take this massive amount of information in your marketing plan and literally translate it to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that has to happen every single day for my marketing plan to be successful. So activity would be my number 3, a properly thought through activity schedule.
Amazing. Maybe we should get a separate thing on that as well. How do you
Yeah,
actually break it down and
absolutely.
do the whole plan? Well, it's amazing. Thank you very much, Landi. Let's do a quick overview with the bullet points.
Right. So someone bumped into you and told you you need a marketing plan. And for sure, you do. You need a marketing plan for your business. You need to plan things. If you don't plan things, it's not going to happen. And planning doesn't have to be something that lasts forever, but you have to put thought into these things for your business before it will actually work. So if you need to put a marketing plan together today, a very good starting point for you if you're listening would be to start with these 3 bullets. Number 1, go and have a critical look at the quality of your professional service or the quality of your product. If you're unsure, share it with your current customers. Share it with your potential customers. Ask them. Ask them, is what I'm offering you absolutely fantastic and irresistible? Do it with pre-launches, do it with launches, or just get people together and ask them. Number 1. Number 2, go and look at the message that you have in your marketing plan, how you're going to get this message out to people, and attach to it a pitch strategy that helps you in different circumstances. Under 60-second pitch strategy, a sales presentation, what are you going to do to get that message out to people and get it out effectively? I'm sure with Svietlana, we're going to have a complete different session on this one, on actually how to put that pitch strategy together and ideas of what to say to people when you bring your message across. And then number 3, when you've written down now all your plans about the quality of your product, why your offer is irresistible, the marketing funnels and the pitch strategy that you're going to use to get it out there to people, make sure that's in a daily, weekly, and monthly plan. Literally have a schedule that shows you how this marketing plan is going to be executed, and who's going to execute what. Those would be my main 3 bullet points, Svietlana.
Amazing. Thank you so much for today, Landi. Brilliant as always. I really look forward to our next week's message.
Me too. Thank you, Svietlana. Thank you, listeners. Goodbye.